My MOS was C-run operational specialist in the Army, but most of the time I spent in the S3 shop or at the schoolhouse teaching. I served a total of 24 years. One of my friends, my son's friend, Tyrone Burks, he had used you guys and he told me about it. And so I decided, let me go ahead and check it out because just going through like the local channels to try and get things done, that it took longer for me to get in touch with somebody than it did for me to fill out a packet. With Trajector, like I said, talking to Tyrone, he told me that Trajector really helped him out, and they actually looked into his situation, and they was able to get his percentage, his disabilities that he had 0% rating for, actually get them to relook at that. And myself, I had a lot of issues, I still have a lot of issues, but the Army, when I was getting out at the time, they didn't want to give me any type of compensation for it. Like when I joined the Army, I didn't have any allergies. But when I was in the Army, after my first deployment, I started having allergy problems to the point where I was actually hospitalized because of my allergies. But when I got out, they said that it was a pre existing condition and they couldn't do anything for it. I kind of found stuff like that hard to believe. They actually went in, some of the things that I already had rated for, they went in and reevaluated it and helped me to sit there and take that back to VA to fight, saying, hey, look, no, this is more serious than what you guys are saying. Because when I originally did my evaluation to get out of the Army, it was a quick, all right, yeah, this is what you have on your paperwork. Yeah, that might be a problem, but we don't have time to really fully evaluate that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just mark it down for whatever, and you get out. With Trajector, it was they reviewed my records and they actually was able to see, hey, look, yeah, this is more serious than what the Army saying is wrong with this guy. Yeah, he needs to be relooked, and this is what you need to look for, which that helped out a lot. Honestly, it felt kind of like a sense of relief because, like I said, I got out in 2018, and for the longest, I was trying to go through the local VA here, and they were like, "Well, we can look into it, but I'm not the person you need to talk to. I'm a counselor. You need to go and talk to this person." And I kept getting that runaround and kept getting that runaround, and finally, last year, I was after talking to Tyrone, it was like, "Hey, I'm just going to go for it. Hopefully, they won't give me the runaround." And as soon as I started the process, it was like lockstep, and everything was falling in place, and it was a whole lot quicker. So, like I said, when it was finished, oh, it was so satisfying that finally I was able to actually get what I felt that I deserved. It actually opened up a lot of doors for me because at first I had problems, but like I said, I still got a lot of problems. But my major problems, the Army, while I was in, when I complained about it, they kind of brushed it off. So when I got out, getting treatment for it because VA didn't want to actually admit that I had those issues, it was kind of hard. So, like with sleep apnea, I thought, yeah, I didn't have sleep apnea, but a cardiologist, and finally a cardiologist was like, you do realize part of your heart problems are due to sleep apnea. You need to go get a sleep study done. And I was like, well, the Army never said I needed a sleep study. Out of all the times that I went in there and seen the cardiologist there, and she was like, no, go get a sleep study done. And with that, VA was like, oh, yeah, we messed up. We didn't get that in your records. Because when I sit there and tell you my problems, nobody wants to listen. But now, when Trajector sat there and helped me out with it, it was, hey, yeah, you got sleep apnea. We're going to get you treated now. And just by getting that increase, when I walk into a hospital now, it's, oh, are you disabled? Are you a disabled vet? I'm like, yes, I am. And I tell them the percentage, and they're like, oh yeah, over here, we can help you out. Just sit right there. What I would say is, if you see it and you need it, give it a try. You can't go wrong. The worst thing that can happen is they tell you, hey, look, we can't help you. But honestly, if you feel deep down that there there's issues that need to be resolved, take that chance, take that leap of faith, and Trajectory's not going to let you down.